saw how we should work out a chart, Tithi, Nakshatra, Chandrabala and Tarabala, and also to determine the time, we need the Lagna details, right? So Tithi, Nakshatra, we saw how to identify Tithi from the Panchanga. Nakshatra, we saw from Panchanga, we need to just write down. Chandrabala, we saw how to identify Chandrabala. If at all you don't understand how to identify Chandrabala, then no harm. You just go through the website where it will show your Rashi is having Ashtama Chandra or not. That's all. So if it is not having Ashtama Chandra, then it is you are having Chandrabala. Especially those who are in Mesha Rashi, Simha Rashi and Tula Rashi need, because they won't have this issue. We discussed all this. And how to identify Tarabala from the Janma Nakshatra. We have to count below how many, in what numbered position is today's Nakshatra. And there we'll find out from the right side column whether it is Janma Sampat accordingly. Vadatara is not auspicious at all for any activity. Similarly, 8th position of Chandra, isn't it? If it is 8th position. So similarly, in Tarabala also, Vadatara is not auspicious. But however, if you want to compromise that also, it is possible through Go Seva, Vaishnava Seva, and performing charity, Godana, and Dana to Vaishnavas. Especially there are some items mentioned, like good, that is jaggery, donating certain things, anything in Krishna consciousness for propagation of Krishna consciousness, book distribution and anything, that is always auspicious. Okay, so we saw some example chart and we saw some inference. Okay, this is how we decide. Okay, so after we come out with the chart, please note that prepare a chart yourself. That's a very important exercise. Don't say I don't have time. So there will be, you have to just take out some time and sit down and prepare the chart. It doesn't take much time. So nor ask anybody else. So you prepare yourself. That's a very purifying experience. Then, as I said, if you don't know how to check Chandrabala, just check in the website and note down. Most importantly, devotionally, one should be surcharged. And they should involve in Go Seva, Vaishnava Seva and Godana. Go Seva and Godana is mentioned for all samskaras. All the Shastras mention Go Seva as part of all samskaras, not just Garbhadhana samskara. So these are very, very important. So after fixing the date and time, the first step is to take some medications and work on the improvement of the health, mental health and the physical health. Second step is to take Guru's blessings. We discussed yesterday because of a question. And continue making Guru's instructions as life and soul. Third step is to follow the vows and prepare mentally. Fourth is to reconfirm date and time chart based on the latest cycle. Say if you have planned 3 months ahead, some may plan a year ahead or 6 months ahead, isn't it? It is possible. So if the cycle is stable, then it is possible to plan much ahead. And then we have to just reconfirm as the time, day, month arrives, say 3 months, you check once again whether everything is fine. So here and there may be variation. Accordingly, we have to adjust and plan again. So fifth step is to see what preparations required on the day of Garbhadhana Sanskar. Sixth step is moments before Garbhadhana Sanskar, what should be done. And after Garbhadhana Sanskar, what should be done. And after the next day or until the confirmation of the pregnancy, conception, what should be done. All this we will discuss. Okay. So first step is medication and improving the health. So kindly note that this folic acid is found to be very, very important for the development of the central nervous system of the child. So it is no harm. It is naturally prepared. Naturally means it is prepared from a vegetarian source, isn't it? All the green leafy vegetables have folic acid, but still, for a pregnant mother, the requirement is quite uh, uh, more, and therefore, supplement supplementing it with a tablet folic acid is no harm. Doesn't have any harm, and it's a vegetarian source. So please go ahead. Take plain folic acid. Nowadays in the market there is a folic plus iron tablet available. Don't go for it. Go for plain folic acid, 5 mg tablet. Right now, everybody should start taking. Whoever is planning should start taking folic acid from uh, the day they start thinking about uh, planning. Okay. It is ideal if they take 3 months before conception, even according to modern science, 3 months before they conceive, if they start taking folic acid until the delivery of the child. That's very good. Hmm. So kindly start taking folic acid tablet if you are planning to uh, work out a day and time. And as I said, kindly check the thyroid situation. If everything is okay or not okay, then accordingly medication should be continued till the time of delivery, as per the instruction of the doctor. But don't neglect this. Some had called me and asked, they were under medication of thyroid, and they somehow thought that this modern medication is not required, and it is not good, etc. Allopathy. Devotees have so many misconceptions many times. So they stopped taking, and that was very precarious actually, and they had to start again. They had called fortunately, and we immediately suggested that they should take, because that's very very important for the uh, growth, brain development of the child. Okay, so don't neglect these basic important thing. Of course, we have to see the alternative if possible, and accordingly adjust, but some important medications we should not neglect. And as far as iron tablets are concerned, they are usually from the source, non-vegetarian source. They're made from, sometimes from blood also. So make sure the source of the iron tablet is vegetarian, and then you take it. Otherwise, something very simple, you can cook sabji, sambar, everything in iron kadai. Hmm? Use iron kadai and keep it. After you cook, you keep it in iron kadai. It releases iron, and that iron is very very useful for hemoglobin. So check if hemoglobin is okay, 11 or 11.5 or 12. That's good, normal, no problem. If it is below 11, then it should be increased. So in any case, use iron kadai. And if at all you want to go for medication, there are few others available. Vegetarian formulations are available. For example, in Patanjali's this thing, they have loha sava. So see for some vegetarian formulations. Okay. Then, as I mentioned, is to Mataji should avoid fried foods, junk food, or fatty foods, especially Matajis. Of course, even Prabhus, junk food is not allowed. Okay. Then, of course, you follow 16 round chanting every day, and especially Prabhu should have a walk and yogasana, basic yogasana exercises. I mentioned in the book some halasana, bhujangasana, etc. So, this basic exercise you will find in the websites how to do them. So, just follow them and then have a healthy regimen. If you are in a congested and unclean environment, uh, consider switching to a peaceful farm community. That is very good. mm, uh, because it is in Shantarasa. Shantarasa means very peaceful. Shamo Manishtata Buddher, where you can think of Krishna, that is Shantarasa. In a congested area and unclean, etc., it is Rajoguna, full of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. So conception also matters in these situations. So consider if it is possible. Okay. After all this, Now the step is to take Guru's blessings to conceive a child. So this can be done only once. Every time you conceive a child, you need not go for taking blessings from Guru, and Guru may feel this fellow is a bit nuisance. So need not. You can take permission once at least. Write a mail or talk to Maharaj or Shiksha Guru, whoever is the Guru, and take permission, take blessings. That's very, very important, because that becomes the um, order, isn't it? So, in fact, life should be molded as soon as we get initiated. The life should be molded in such a way that Guru's instructions become the life and soul, becomes a life and soul. And constantly, we should always feel that we are not doing enough to serve the Guru. And Guru's instruction is something high order, and I'm not able to do. Kindly, Krishna, help me. So, this should be the meditation. In this situation, Sarvam hi Anjasa Jayet. All the Rajoguna and Tamoguna will be finished. So yesterday somebody asked what should be done. In fact, this is the important step. I mentioned in the book also that Guru's blessings is very important. So without that, what will happen? Pramada. Pramada means we get moved away, carried away by the influence of these modes of material nature. Nanvagnihi pramada nama Ghrutakam ambhasaha. So just like a ghruta, ghee is kept near the fire, what will happen? Fire will melt. So one should always make sure sutamapi raho juhyat anyada yavad arthakrit. Only as much as possible association with even wife during brahmacharya vrata. If it is not planned for Garbhadhana sanskar, then only association should be as much as enough, as much as required. Right? Husband wife should follow brahmacharya. So what should be done? Yavadarthakrit. As much as necessary, that's it. Not too much of association or dilly-dallying, as they say. Right? Etat sarvam grahastasya samantam. So not that this is only for other ashramas. No. Etat sarvam grahastasya Samamnat, samamnatam yaterapi. Even yati, that is a sannyasi also, the same instruction for even grihastha, sarvam grihastasyapi. Even grihastha, this is the same instruction. Guru vritti vikalpena grihastasya tu gaminaha, rutu gaminaha. So Guru vritti vikalpa. Guru vritti vikalpa means under the instruction of Guru. What should be done? Grahastasya api rutugaminaha. Only should be association with woman, uh, should be for begetting a good child. Intimate association with woman is only for begetting a good child. So this is not just for sannyasi that you don't associate with woman too much, etc. No, this is even for grahastha. This is called as grahastha brahmacharya. Hmm. Anjanabhyam anjano marda straya. Hmm. Valekhamisham madhu. Amisham. So one should not decorate oneself very nicely in brahmacharya, grahastha brahmacharya also. One should not eat very opulently. One should not associate with women very closely, loosely. And one should not have even, of course, other drinks, intoxicating drinks, etc. That is already who are following the rules regulations, that is no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. This is understood, but this is the instruction. Sragandhalepa lankara setyajet. All these things should be given up. Yavadartha upasino dehe gehe cha panditaha virakto raktavat tatra nriloke naratam nyaset. So yavadartha upasino, only for required association, that's all. So inside this should be the consciousness in the heart. And outside, how should they behave? Virakto raktavat. Although they are inside the heart, they're virakta. They're not, they're only focusing how they're virakta. They're focusing only on the Guru's instruction in the heart 24 hours of the day. But outside, raktavat, they should behave as if they're as a normal husband, normal wife. They should behave like that in the family. Tatra nruloke naratam niset. Why? Because people will not understand. Others will not also not understand. Even your own husband, wife may not understand. Although inside the heart, one should always meditate 24 hours on the Guru's instruction and how to do it. Externally, they should not show off that. Externally, they should just be as a normal husband and wife, just like any other attached materialistic men. But inside the heart, they should say, always think of this. Jnatayeha pitaro putra bhrataraha bhratara surdora pare yad vadanti yadichanti cha anumodeta nirmama. If somebody in the family suggests, let's do this, let's go this, let's. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You should never say no. You say no, then vignas will start. All the obstacles will start in the life. So you should never say no to any. Um, so, in other words, you should just act like a normal, attached, materialistic man or woman. But inside the heart, one should always meditate on the instructions. Now, this is how we completely keep ourselves detached. Without, so one, what should be done? And further, one should practice penances. Both husband and wife decide that they need to beget a good child. Then the first step is to attract the Lord's attention and beg from Krishna to bestow a very good soul, bestow a Vaishnava in our family. So for that, one should undergo basic penances. So without austerity and penance and without sacrificing one's riches, means doing without charity. Charity means what? Dana. Dana means what you have, you give it to others. Share it with others. So that is called as charity. So without charity, without austerity, voluntary inconvenience, one cannot attract the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So Kardama Muni is advising to Devahuti, you have to factually engage in devotion service with austerity and penance. So comfort and devotional service cannot go hand in hand. Oh, I'm very just like Vidyarthi no sukham tyajet. One who is trying to study should give up study comforts, and sukharthi no vidyam tyajet. If somebody is hankering for comfort, he should give up education because it is not possible. Both cannot go hand in hand. Similarly, devotional service also. So, so that doesn't mean devotional service is very tough. It's very susukham, very blissful, in fact, very blissful. Okay, so with austerity and penance, following the religious principles and giving charity, then Supreme Lord will be pleased with you, and He will come as your own son. So it is possible that Krishna can send his representative. Krishna can send his own Shaktavesh avatar. We don't know. We just have to become the instruments in the hands of the Lord. So, what are the vows to be followed? Yesterday, when somebody asked in Kali Yuga how we can follow all the vows. So, this Kali Yuga or Kali Yuga, of course, yes. Even if we just think of doing good thing, that is also an austerity in Kali Yuga. In fact, in other yugas, we may have to do them factually. But even in Kali Yuga, even the sankalpa is enough. That so that doesn't mean now we just do sankalpa, but that is a benefit of Kali Yuga. If you do, then what? If you do, then it is having billions of times of what you call benefit. What is the benefit we are looking? Mercy of the Supreme Lord, attracting the Lord's attention and begging Him and purifying ourselves, isn't it? It happens. Everything happens at a time. What is it? Uh, Trikayeka kalaha, bhukti, kshudapaya. All these three things happens at a time. You become satisfied, You get virakti and you become very blissful and attract the Supreme Lord's attention. So, uh, similarly, these vratas. So, first of all, what vratas? Ekadashi is a mother of all vratas. If you do Ekadashi vrata, that is more than enough. Oh, we are already doing by eating Ekadashi prasadam. That's okay. But if we can do much better, uh, more stricter, Ekadashi vratas, that is that is what is wanted. So kindly make sure you follow all Ekadashis. It comes every 15 days. Doesn't take much time. No need of unnecessary talking on those days. Just focus on studying. Why not study whole Bhagavad Gita on that day? Parayana you can do. You can chant as many rounds as possible. Spend enough time in devotional service only. That is Ekadashi. Ekadashi. Then is Putrotpatti Vrata. Oh, Putrotpatti means, especially for the male child, Brahmacharya is very important. So, of course, not that for a girl child we don't need Brahmacharya. It's not that way. But for, especially for the birth of male child, it matters a very important issue it becomes because of the Shukra Dhatu. So, Putrotpatti Vrata means you have to strictly follow Brahmacharya, should not mingle, should not sleep together, should sleep separately, should sleep on the mat, and follow basic for at least for a month. So 1 month at least, one should follow Putrotpatti Vrata very strictly. So that is one simple Vrata. It's not very, very difficult. It is possible. Hmm. Rajasvala Vrata. Rajasvala for ladies during Rajasvala days, only those 5-7 days, they have to follow Rajasvala Vrata. What should they do? They should eat Lagu Ahara. They should only consume light food. So it is clearly mentioned that, let me read the reference I have given in the book. Kshamata cha tasmin kale rajasvalam vratena eva bhavati. So Kshavata, becoming lean, is possible by Rajasvala Vrata, and that is a very good opportunity. So what should be done? They should eat very lagu ahara, just very light food they should eat. Havishyanna it is called. Only rice and some little dal. Together it is boiled. Moong dal. Or just plain simple ganji we call. What is it? Rice gruel. Okay, that is Rajasvala Vrata. Again, for 5-7 days, it's not very difficult. Then Goseva Vrata is 1 month Vrata. It is to serve Gomata and feed her. So, by blessings of mother cow, it is said in Shastra that it is possible for begetting a good child. So, it is mentioned in Harivamsha Purana, Goseva Vrata. Other Puranas also mention Goseva Vrata. So here it is, of course, the mention is that Godhuli Lagna, that is when the cows return back in the evening. They return back by around 4 o'clock or 4:30 maximum. At that time, 4:30 maximum 5. Around this time, till that time, one should fast and wait for the cows to return. And at that time, they welcome the cow, feed them, brush them, and all that. Now you may say, where is the cow and where we are? We are not there with the cows. At least go to a Goshala. If you're fortunate, you may have nearby Goshala somewhere. Go there, serve the cows. You may not be able to fast. Okay. At least go serve them every day for 1 month. Associate with the cow. We have compiled one book, Timeless Stories of Gomata. That is all about how important is association of mother cow. Cow is in Shantarasa. She is called Surabhi. Surabhi is the Adhishthatru Devata of mother cow. And Surabhi or cow is actually intimate associate of Radharani in Golok Vrindavan. Surabhi, Radha Priya it is called. So association of mother cow is very, very important for Daivi Guna. Shantarasa. They're all in Shantarasa. So that is 1 month Vrata. And Payovrita. Payovrita is 12 days in Falguna Masa. In February it comes. Just every year we announce it. So whoever is interested, they should follow. Uh, and whoever is not planning for any this thing, progeny, still they can follow Payovrita. It is very pleasing to the Lord. So it is mainly it involves fasting from anything and only taking 1 glass of milk a day. It's very tough. You may do it 1 day at least, if not 12 days. If it is very tough, then you go for sweet rice. Just take sweet rice at least once a day and continue as much as possible. Most importantly, I have given in the book the details. One should not do unnecessary talking, no backbiting, and no unnecessary association of materialistic people. So just uh, engage all the time that you have in studying Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is Payovrata. Of course, in the beginning there is a yajna and all mentioned. If it is not possible for you, if it is not possible, Sankirtana yajna, at least Sankirtana yajna should be done. So this is what is Payovrata. Pumsavana Vrata. This is also one Vrata. This is a 1 year Vrata. So it is not at all difficult. This is in fact, the most simplest Vrata. But it becomes the toughest if we are habituated otherwise. What is the thing to be done here? Every day, just of course, it is mentioned. You start the Vrata on during Mrigashira Masa in Shukla Pakshami, Shukla Paksha Prathama. On that day you start, and then it goes on for a year. Starting day should be with feeding Vaishnavas, Kirtana, and all that. Of course, if possible, Yajna. But most importantly, what are the rules, regulations to be followed? There are few basic things one should follow. One should not be violent or cause harm to anybody. One should not curse anybody. One should not speak lies. One should not get angry. One should not associate with wicked people or talk to them. Ignore them. One should not touch impure things. So like this, the basic rules, regulations in Pumsavana Vrata. In Bhagavatam, it is mentioned. I have given in the book also the same thing. It's very simple. One should not unnecessarily do things which are against Krishna consciousness. One should be just like a child. It is called arbhaka. A child naturally does not go into the hands of a stranger. By nature, they don't go. Similarly, a devotee should be such a way that by nature, involuntarily, they should avoid unnecessary things which are contradictory to devotional service. So this way, Pumsavana Vrata is very purifying, very pleasing to Krishna. Payovrata is possible, Goseva Vrata is possible, Rajasvala Vrata, Putrotpatti Vrata, and of course Ekadashi Vrata. Any one or all of this can be done. Okay, it is not at all difficult. As much as possible, make a sankalpa and do this. Okay. What are the other preparations? I already told, but further I will mention diet, food and medications, fitness, chanting, right, and reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So next step is to reconfirm. As you plan and go ahead, you reconfirm the date according to the latest cycle. Okay. On the day of Garbhadhana Sanskar, what should be done? On the day of Garbhadhana Sanskar, you should chant 50 rounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the Maha Mantra, chanting 50 rounds. How do you chant 50 rounds? How much time will it take? It will take not more than, let's say, 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. So if you get up at 3 o'clock, by breakfast time, 9, 10 o'clock, you can finish it. Mm. So get up, get ready, and then start chanting. Mm. If you have tulsi in front of you, then that will be very good. So it's a very purifying experience to get up early and chant. So please remember that that night you have planned for Garbhadhana Sanskar. So getting up early and then getting very fatigued or very tired at the night before Garbhadhana is not good. So in other words, what should be done? One should sleep the previous night very early. Sleeping by 8 o'clock. Let me tell you, 8:30. If you sleep, you'll that the quality of sleep that we'll get is much more than after 9 o'clock or 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Even if you sleep 6 hours, the quality of sleep after 10 is not the same as sleeping at 8:30. Even if you sleep half an hour, 1 hour more, 1 hour prior to this 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, the quality of sleep is much more. So you'll be very fresh and very enthusiastic. So it is possible to complete. If in the during the daytime, you may take a small nap, maybe 10 minutes, half an hour maximum, not more than that. That is enough. So don't go for, if possible, take a leave from your job or work, hmm, and then study Srimad Bhagavatam the whole day. Serve Tulsi, go to Goshala again, takes blessings of Gomata, do, if possible, feed Vaishnavas. This way, remain active. And then there may be few things that you need to do. They're purchasing some few flowers, incense, if you don't have. Keep ghee lamp, photo of the Lord, chanting box of Srila Prabhupada, that is Hare Krishna Mantra chanting is there. So that one, hmm, tables, fruits, kalash, these things you can keep ready. I have mentioned in the book how to arrange the room of the where Garbhadhana Sanskar is to be performed. That should be very cleaned. So clean the room once again. hmm, In the evening, once again, you clean it. Then meditate upon an acharya or a great devotee or administrator, great devotees of the Lord, whom you want the child to be like. This is mentioned in Shastra. Whoever we think uh, of, uh, the child will also be of that personality, like that personality. So think of great personalities, great devotees. So that is very important. Meditate upon them. Think upon their uh, pastimes, isn't it? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. All different acharyas are there. Vyasa Tirtha, great acharyas. Prabhupada, all these acharyas you meditate at. Okay. Then wear fresh white clothes. Hmm? New clothes if possible, purchase them and wear them. Wear them. So prepare the bed also with new cotton bed sheet and spread the rose petals. Rose is a very interesting, important flower. So that petals, don't put the middle part of the flower, it pricks. So only the petals, don't put anything else, only the petals. Spread it on the bed. Put the kalash and the photo of the Lord. Uh, Put the ghee lamp, lit the lamp, do the arti, offer the fruits, and let the atmosphere be very divine. Put the kalash also with the coconut and the mango leaves. Kalash represents Shashti Devi, I mentioned in the book. Shashti Devi is also a very dear devotee of the Lord. She serves the Lord in protecting the children, in protecting the pregnancy and protecting the child also after birth. So this way, maintain the auspiciousness there. Put mild fragrance, not too much, overdo it, very mildly, and apply a little bit pure ghee on the chest. This way, it gives out a very pleasant, uh, what do you call, fragrance and brings a divine atmosphere. So get onto the bed. There is a method I mentioned. Husband should get onto the bed with the right leg, and ladies should get onto the bed with the left leg. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning. because these are connected with swaras also. So check the swara. Swara I have mentioned in the book. There are I have also mentioned in Nimitta Jnana book. There are two swaras. If you uh, notice any one of your nostril, you will be breathing through any one of your nostril only. You will be breathing at any given point of time. Only during Sandhya time you will breathe with the both side of the nostril. So ancient munis have very seriously studied. This is called Swarodaya Vidya. This is there in many shastras. I mentioned in the book Nimitta Jnana also. So anyway, the left nadi, this is called nadi. When you are breathing with the left nostril, that is called as Ida nadi, Chandra nadi, Ida nadi or Chandra nadi. And right side nostril is called as Pingala nadi or Surya nadi. And if you are breathing from both nostrils, that is called as Sushumna nadi, Brahma nadi, Sushumna nadi. So each one is useful for particular activity. If you are doing very peaceful, simple, meditative activity, then it is usually Chandra Nadi. In fact, it is good if you are in that Nadi, if the cycle is going on, don't go for a heavy work. So similarly, Sushumna Nadi is important for spiritual activity, chanting and fasting. When you're fasting, automatically the whole day Sushumna Nadi goes. Okay, these are the important signs. That is just an idea that I gave, the facts that happens. But in any, the important point here to note is, if the nadi is Surya nadi, that is the right nostril. If the breath is going through right nostril during Garbhadhana samskara, that is very good. That is a right, swara during for this samskara, for performing this samskara, because you need to be in little what do you call, vigorous mode. So at that in that this swara is to be in the right nostril. Now how do you control this? Is it possible? Yes, if you lie down to the side where the breathing is going on, after 20 minutes the breath will change to the opposite nostril. This is the science actually to change the nadi. So if your breathing is in Ida nadi, then you sleep towards your left for 20 minutes. Then automatically the nadi changes to Surya nadi. Okay. Anyway, just make sure if you're not worrying, not possible to understand or practice this, then don't worry about it. Hmm? Uh, so, in other words, you have to get onto the bed at least half an hour before the time, hmm, if possible, if you want to work on the swara. Okay, then drink milk, if possible, with cardamom. And Prabhu should do this. Prabhu should drink the milk, eat the fruit, hmm, and Mataji should eat a little bit of fried urad dal. That is also very rich in folic acid. Okay, then I have given mention in the book to chant Vishnu Yoni Sukta prayer. Prabhu should, in a particular position, should chant Vishnu Sukta, Vishnu Yoni Sukta. This is very important. So for every Garbhadhana Sanskar, this can be done. Okay, some have reported in these 5 years of guiding devotees, quite few devotees mentioned that I became very nervous at that moment. After all these rules, regulations, I became nervous or became little stressed out. So I could not perform Garbhadhana Sanskar properly, etc. So very simple, you don't have to stress out. You don't have to worry too much. As I mentioned, everything is controlled by Krishna. We are just the instruments. We are supposed to just do the duty. Dharma aviruddha bhuteshu, small spelling mistake there. Dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. You're doing the duty, right? Then I am that activity of conception. So Krishna says, I am present in that activity. So why you have to worry? We don't have to worry at all. We just have to follow and carry on the duty. That's all. That is our service. So if so, just take deep breath. If possible, take just a drink of ashwagandha powder in a warm water. And just go for it. This way you be free from any anxiety. It's just be free, peaceful. And then the performance of Garbhadhana Sanskar should be done in the missionary position, not in any other position, because that will vitiate the doshas. Kapha Pitta Vata doshas will be increased, and that will affect the child. So before conception, the husband and wife should be free from Kapha Pitta Vata doshas, especially the husband. That's why I've also mentioned the 7-day before regimen, that is to undergo what is this? Uh, Panchakarma treatment. If not possible to go and get Panchakarma treatment, you can do it at home. So Snehana, Svedana, all these basic methods are there. I've mentioned in the book. Go through them. At home, you can do Panchakarma Samskara, Panchakarma treatment, and purify the body and make it free from Kapha Pitta Vata dosha. Okay. Just after performing Garbhadhana Sanskar, husband should sprinkle the water from the kalash, or if you have separately kept the Achman water, just sprinkle a bit. Don't overdo it. Just sprinkle a very little bit of on the face of the wife, and then let her sleep, and you go, husband go and take bath. Okay, take bath and come back, sleep. Right. So the first signs of conception, as soon as you get up in the next day morning, there will be an excitement and joy in Mataji. This is the first sign of successful conception. This will be beyond normal. There will be some excitement and joy that you can observe. They cannot understand, or they may not observe themselves, but there will be an excitement and joy. And over a few days' time, there will be increased hunger. Hunger will increase in Mataji, and a bright luster in the face will will come. So these are the symptoms, and the tenderness of the skin becomes very tender, and they will be short of breath. They'll gasp a little bit because they're getting tired. Maybe little walking also, they get little tired. So they gasp for the breath sometimes. So this, if you notice these things, you understand that conception has happened. So in any case, don't panic. Wait for 1 full month till the next cycle is missed. So as soon as the cycle is missed, Mataji misses the cycle, one should understand the conception has possibly happened. But wait, psychologically also you may miss the cycle. So you wait for next 15 days. Don't panic. Wait for next 15 days. Still the cycle doesn't happen, then it is 99.9% confirmed. Go for a UPT test. UPT is a urinary pregnancy test. Just go, you will get in any pharmacy, you ask UPT kit, they will give. Go for a UPT test. And then after that, just don't do anything. Just follow all the rules, regulations. Congratulations if you have conceived. Just follow all the rules, regulations after that. What is that? Strictly no stressful activity and no traveling allowed for Mataji. So don't think that this rule is after the confirmation of the conception. No, as soon as the Garbhadhana Sanskar is finished, that is the next day onwards, no stressful activity and traveling allowed for Mataji. Don't undergo any traveling on scooter, bike, auto, bus, anything. In the car, maybe very, very slowly. No jerks. Better not travel anywhere. Kindly follow this. Okay. So after confirmation, Mataji should follow certain rules I have mentioned in the book in more detail. I have just giving a brief here. That is called Garbhini Dharma, Garbhini Pati Dharma. Both have to be followed. So Garbhini Dharma is that she should not touch the trees. Don't touch the trees. Don't sit on rocks. Don't go on mountains or climb steps too much. Don't walk alone. huh? Be with a husband or somebody. Especially at night, one should not walk alone. You should not cross the river, etc., etc. Immerse in reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Listen to Prabhupada's Kirtan and lectures. Take all food required. Whatever food you feel you require, you take it. Hmm? Nutritious food. And Prabhu should avoid traveling while Mataji is pregnant. They should avoid traveling, as I mentioned yesterday. That avoids the stress, the insecurity feeling that they may have, and that will affect the child in the womb. Therefore, better not travel and cater to all the requirements needed by Mataji. Hmm. So all food required. Don't say anything no for anything required. So it's a good time, Mataji's. Why this is so? Because though Hruda stage, now there are two hearts in the same body, the child and the mother. So the desire of the child is expressed to the heart of the through the heart of the mother. So as soon as mother expresses the desire, it is to be understood the child is wanting it. So not catering to it may form disfigurement or doshas, increase of doshas in the child. So that should not happen. So therefore, cater to the needs of the mother whenever she expresses anything, or understand the heart and try to fulfill the need. Right. So as I said, continue folic acid till the delivery of the child. Now you may need to go for calcium tablets, but make sure it is from vegetarian source, right? Otherwise, you eat enough laddus made of dry fruits. At least take 2 laddus made of dry fruits and coconut, etc. Then have ragi, finger millet. That is the richest source of calcium in food available. So that's very good actually. Go for ragi. You can make nice ragi gruel with jaggery. It becomes a very tasty drink. In YouTube, you can find how to make it, right? And always continue using kadai, iron kadai. Don't go for this ultrasound scanning frequently. One is required at 3rd month and one is required at 7th month. That's it. Don't go for again and again. 3rd month, why? Just to find out is there any anomaly. That's all. They can't even do anything. But anyway, it is sometimes important to correct the course by some medication or some food requirement. So go for the 3rd month scanning called anomaly scanning. And then 7th month one scanning is required, or 8th month, just go for it. Okay, and then if the weight is not, the weight should almost increase. If it is 45, then it should increase at least to 60. At least you should gain more, enough weight. So that, I mean, Mataji, of course, not I'm not talking about Prabhu. So Mataji should increase the weight. If not, if it is not happening like that, then go for protein powder. If it is vegetarian source, in fact, you can prepare at home also protein powder. You go for a YouTube how to prepare protein powder at home. You will get all the good formulas and stuff. Videos you can prepare protein powder at home also. Okay, and up to 7 months, certain two important medications are required. One is Grita. All the medication now will be Grita format. So Mataji should start taking Grita, enough ghee in the food, and milk. Every day she should drink cow milk. If the most preferable is a protected cow. Of course, we should not think of unprotected cow. So go for protected cows milk every day. Drink enough milk, makhan, whatever you want. Milk, ghee, butter. Don't go for cheese. Cheese is made from by hardening it through non-vegetarian source, unless you know vegetarian way of doing it, which is hardly in the market. So don't go for cheese. Avoid cheese. Anything non-vegetarian, you avoid it. Okay. Then, so all medications should be taken in the Grita format. One is the Brahmi Grita. Brahmi. This is a medicated ghee using Brahmi. This is to be taken in food little by little is quite bitter. Most of them report that I am not able to take. My wife is not able to take this Brahmi Grita. What to do? So take very little if it is not possible. In whatever rice you eat, no rice and some dal, whatever you eat, take very little of the Brahmi Grita. Little by little you consume every day. I'm telling to Matajis. So all this food is now for Matajis. No, don't think Prabhu should start taking. Of course, Prabhu also can take Brahmi Grita, but it is very expensive Brahmi Grita. And 7th month onwards, Mataji should take Ashwagandha Grita. That is to relieve the stress. So these two are very important. I will tell a few more very interesting. This is one more formulation is given in Bharat Ratnakara Nighantu, Ayurvedic Nighantu. Savarna Sukritam Churnam Kushtam Kushta Madhu Ghrutavacha. So there are few medications given, formulations, 4 formulations. So Savarna Sukritam, Savarna means the gold foil or the gold churna. So of course, gold churna is not available nowadays. Go for a gold foil, or if you have gold bangle, you use that gold bangle and gold something in the house. What should be done? Boil gold foil or add gold churna, gold foil, okay. In ghee, put gold bangle in the ghee and use this kushta root. Kushta is Sauceria lappa. I'll show you what is kushta. This is the first picture here. That is vacha. Okay. The second below here is kushta root. Sauceria lappa it's called. It's a very wonderful herb, useful for brain development. Okay. That is called kushta root. So boil in ghrata, that is in ghee. Take pure cow ghee and put gold bangle into it. Boil the kushta root. Also add honey and vacha root to it. Honey can be added at the end. Honey should be less than the amount of ghee. Okay. And vacha root. Vacha is Acorus calamus root. You know this is a very, very important. That is also very good for brain development. In fact, in Kannada language, there is a saying, if some child speaks very, very much, then somebody will ask, by whose hand have you eaten this vacha root that you are speaking so much? So there is a saying like that. That means vacha root actually is very important for early, quick, so it makes one very intelligent. So kushta root, vacha root, boil this and make the medicated ghee at home. Use that ghee. So all these 4 methods you can have both. All 4 types of medicated ghee can be used every day, little by little, one day, one another day, or at least one of them. So second method is boil gold in ghee using with other matsyakshari. Matsyakshari, spelling mistake, matakshari I have written. But in the shloka you see matsyakshi. Matsyakshi means this Brahmi, okay, Brahmi, and Shankapushpi. Shankapushpi is convolvulus pluricaris, pluricalis. So Shankapushpi, it grows everywhere. Convolvulus. So Shankapushpi can be used. Brahmi Shankapushpi in this Grata. Third is, so if you do this, then no need of go for purchasing Brahmi Grata. This itself is enough. Second. Third is boil gold foil again with the following herbs. Arka Pushpi, Holostemma Adakodi, it's called. Adakodi. Actually, Adakodi is a Malayalam word. Ada means, what is this? Ada means this goat. Kodi means the ear. So Adakodi means just like the leaf is like ear of the goat. So somehow the botanical name has come, Holostemma adakodi. Anyway, So Arkapushpi, it's called Arkapushpi, a very interesting herb that grows wildly also. You can cultivate these things. It is possible. If you just go to any little bit wild area, then you will find all this. You can bring them and cultivate at your place. So whatever is available, Kshaudram is honey, Vacha again. So again this one. I have mentioned all this in the website. You can go through the website. Go to cityindia.org. You will find the same thing and you can follow. Okay. Fourth method is boiled gold again with following herbs. That is neem, Kaitaria. Kaitaria is neem. And then Shvetadurva. Shvetadurva grass. This is Shvetadurva grass here. So there are two types of Durva grass. The flower which comes blackish, that is called Krishna Durva. And the one which one comes as white is Shvetadurva. So this method also, that should be taken every day. Very interesting. Kumaranam Vapur Medha Balap Pushtir Vivardhana. So this should be taken from pregnancy time up to the child grows for 12th year. This is very, very useful drug. Even after the child is born and up to the age of 12 years of the child, this can be fed to the child. What will happen? They become extremely brilliant, extremely healthy, strong, and uh, very good stamina. This is a magic drug. Simple herbs which grow. Okay. Now I will give more time for discussion. Few things. Now Garbhadhana Sanskar we have discussed. Many will ask what after this. So after this there is immediately the next samskara is Pumsamana. That is the third month. So say you conceived, first month you got confirmed. Okay, conception has happened. Now wait for the second month completion. After the second month is completed, look for Pushya Nakshatra, then perform this Pumsavana Samskara. So Pumsavana Samskara is what I will explain now, but briefly I will explain. After Pumsavana is Simantonayana at the 7th month. That is after the completion of 6 months. And in the 7th month is Simantonayana Samskara. Parting the hair. That means it is understood. And also Unnayanam, uplifting the mood and consciousness. At the 7th month is the time when child becomes more conscious. In fact, Pumsavana Samskara is the time if we do this Pumsavana Samskara, child becomes conscious right at the 3rd month only. And 7th month they become more active. Then safe delivery, there is Shoshyanta Karma, Shoshyanta Homa. So that is also a very scientific procedure for, it is called Sukha Prasavaha, for very easy and painless delivery. Can you imagine? There was a science for painless deliveries in India, not very ancient, very recent. So with some herbs, especially Shatavari and all, if you apply near the yoni region and tie rice gruel, little warm rice gruel in the stomach, and some matulanga one herb is there, if you tie it, without pain, without much thing, very easily, natural delivery can happen. So this is called Shoshyanti Karma. This is one samskara. And Jata Karma samskara is there, Namakarana. Namakarana is giving a name. Many devotees have misconceptions that they should give this nakshatra nama, starting a letter with a particular nakshatra. That is not correct. Nakshatra nama is Gupta nama. They should give any Vyavaharika nama. Nakshatra nama should be known only by the parents. Then they should keep a good name which is that they can call every day according to their desire, that they can remember the Lord. Okay, Namakarana, Nishkramana, Bhumi Upaveshana, right? First time making the child to sit on the Mother Earth. That is the 5th month. Till then, child is not put on the Earth, Mother Earth. So that is also a samskara. You pray to Mother Earth, Varaha Swami, and all that. Then Annaprashana, Jivika Pariksha is part of after Annaprashana. Then Karna Veda, Paustika Karma, Chuda Karma. There is one more, Navanita Prashna. Third month, you have to start feeding the child homemade butter. So that is called Navanita Prashna. The child becomes very brilliant. Then Chuda Karma, Vidyaramba. See, all this up to 5th year, 90% of the samskaras are done. Then you have Upanayana, Samavartana, Vivaha. Finished. 99% is before the child is 5th year. In other words, purification happens at the very early age of the childhood. Then the child is ready to live as a very good citizen in the society. Just imagine such a society. Okay. So now I just give very brief. This is a separate session on samskaras. I cannot go much in detail, but I'll just mention that Pumsavana samskara is in the 3rd month. Chaturthe Spandanat Tataha. Spandanat Purvam. Masatrayam. So the child responds actually. The child starts very mild movement in the womb. So before that moment happens, Pumsana is to be performed. So that is that's why it's told in 3rd month. That is after completion of 2nd month. On Pushya Nakshatra day, one should do this. Perform yajna. Yajna is a very important requirement of Pumsana Samskara, chanting Vishnu Sahasranama during yajna and offering sweet rice to the Lord. And there is one more very important part of this Pumsana is Anavalobhana. Anavalobhana means in the nostril of the mother, a particular herb is put. Now, many people think this Pumsana Samskara is to make the child a male child, but it is not so. Pumsi karoti iti Pumsavana. Pumsi karoti means the child becomes very, very vital. All the sense organs grow full of vitality. That is known as Pumsi karoti. Means the sense organs becomes enlightened and they grow very with full of vitality. With fullness they grow. There won't be any problems in the sense organs. So that is what is called as Pumsavana Samskara. So there is one process of lying down like this, and then the right nostril of the Mataji. This is a Prabhu here I have used for depiction purpose. But the right nostril of the Mataji, you have to put banyan trees, fresh bud of banyan trees extract. That should be collected on the day of morning on Pushya Nakshatra. You have to go and collect banyan tree leaf bud. You have to just identify where banyan tree is growing, and you should be able to pluck it. See such kind of a branch, make a note of it. In fact, the branch, if it is a north side, it is better. Go without talking early morning, pick that leaf bud 1 or 2 and bring it at home, mash them thoroughly, maybe add little 1 or 2 drop of pure water, and that should be with a wick, help of wick, put in the nostril, around 12 drops. These are some details. Anyway, these are a separate session I can give, or I can, anyway, this is in the recording, you can listen to it again if you have, once we edit this recording. So that is Pumsavana Samskara, and Anavalobhana is done, part of that Pumsavana Samskara. By this, what happens with this type of medication? This is also called as Nasyakarana, means directly there is a fossa that enters the brain. So the brain barrier is there. The medication, not that the fluid will go to the brain, but the medication is seeps into the brain. So that will help in the child's all-round development. So that's about Garbhadhana. Now I will give enough time for discussions. Just to mention, Center for Traditional Education is a trust that we are involved past many years now, 9 years now, 9 to 10, close to a decade. We are working on traditional education, means education on concepts from Vedic, from Shastras, with the idea of Krishna consciousness, and to present them for Gurukula and for Varnashrama college, for education of children, and of course for all involved, elders also. We have researched many various fields. 64 arts is one area where we are researching and constantly working on them and publishing various books. We have published one book called Krishna Krida. It's about one of the 64 arts. Nimitta Jnana is also one of the 64 arts. It's a very interesting subject. So we are working on further publications. I'm working on a few more books. I'm joined with a few colleagues also with me. They are also, of course, they're not here now, but they are also involved in research and publication and compilation. We have made various toys and so many other activities we are involved in. We also have started, as part of Center for Traditional Education, a project called Vishnu Dutas. Just now we spoke about Garbhadhana and Samskar, but there's one more project is about Antyeshti. That is, at the time of death, if we can assist anybody, may it be devotees or non-devotees or anybody, to chant the holy name, then life will be successful. That, according to Shastra also, that kind of assistance will be considered as the most helpful assistance one can do to another human being. So that is why it is called real bandhu. Real help is required when at the last moment of last breath of life. So one should, what help we can give? We should be able to help them chant, remember the Lord. So we have a Vishnu Duta project. We have a good number of volunteers all over India. You can similarly start such a project in Bangladesh and assist devotees who are leaving the body at the end of life. That is called end of life care. You can visit vishnudutas.com and see more. We are working on pre-Gurukula Acharya training. Before a child goes to Gurukula, parents require some training and they should train the child in turn. So that's called pre-Gurukula Acharya training. Because in Gurukula, Guru is not supposed to take certain charactered child. They should not be obstinate. They should not be stealing nature. They should not be angry, etc., etc. So in other words, there should be some training before the child enters Gurukula. That's called as pre-Gurukula program. So we have a training, 6 months online training. We just finished second batch. Now, before announcing third batch, we're taking a break for compiling and publication of some books. You can see those details in krishnakrida.com. We have also started a project on Mridanga. We found that the Mridangas that we get, the leather Mridangas are made from slaughtered cows, killed cows. They're killing the cows and that leather is used for making Mridangas. Some may argue that the cows are being killed and we are just using Mridanga leather. That's not the truth. In fact, we become part of that killing. In fact, the order is so high that there is no hesitation of bringing the cows and killing them for providing leather to the Mridanga makers. That is there are around the estimated number of orders per annum in all over the world. At least 12 to 15,000 Mridangas are sold. That means 12 to 15,000 cows and 12 to 15,000 calves are being killed, and we are becoming cause of that. So calf's leather is used for the left side of the Mridanga, that is a large head of the Mridanga. Cow's leather cannot be used. These are the facts. So we researched the situation, and then we came up with a unique Mridanga, which is not made of any leather. It is synthetic and gives enough good sound. It has been appreciated all over the world. And you can see all that in maduramridanga.com. Visit the Facebook page also in the same name, Madhuram Mridanga. Okay. We are also developing, we are in the last stages of development. We're planning to release very soon an app called Tamal Tree app. That is a company name that we have registered also. Apart from the Trust Center for Traditional Education, we have another wing of it called Tamal Tree. So we have Tamal Tree app that is to create a marketplace for devotees to make them have an independent economy between devotees. Anyway, when we release it, we will know automatically. We are also involved in coming up and assisting in Varnashrama College. There is one project happening, so we are involved in that. Of course, our book writing project goes on. Anybody interested would like to take part, you're always welcome to volunteer or want to serve with us. Welcome, let us know. Together we can do. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so any questions, any discussions, let me know.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, as you told regarding the Jat Karma Sanskar, so can you just throw some light on that? Like there are two names you said like sometimes we
Can you repeat, Prabhu? Can you kindly repeat?
yeah. Prabhuji told in Jat Karma Sanskar that devotee
Not
generally
Jatakarma,
wants to
Namakarana Samskar.
sorry Nam Karma Sanskar. We give
Yeah,
the name according to the nakshatra, but
yeah,
that is a misconception. So can you throw some light on this? Because I didn't understand how two names different names.
yeah. Actually, see, there are three types of names. One is
Okay.
Nakshatra Nama, one is Masa Nama, and another is the Vyavaharika Nama. So
Okay.
Nakshatra Nama is based on the nakshatra the child is born, and that has certain particular letters that is used.
Okay.
Say la, la, li, like that, whatever, according to the path of nakshatra,
Yeah.
and a name is kept. That name is called Nakshatra Nama, and that is also the Gupta Nama. That is a
Okay.
secret name only the parents know.
Okay.
Hmm. Because nakshatra indicates the character of the child, it is not to be used general.
Okay.
Hmm. So only parents know that name, and it is
Okay.
not used as Vyavaharika Nama. Vyavaharika Nama is kept which you call every day. That is a name which you can very nicely call with happiness and remembering the Lord, etc.
Okay. So the registered name should be Nakshatra Nam, right? The registered name which you
Registered name should be Vyavaharika Nama.
meditation or all the lifetime.
Yeah. Gupta Nama, the Nakshatra
Nakshatra
Nama
Nam.
is not revealed anywhere, only the parents know.
Okay. And the second question is really generally like I read in many books of the Sanskar, different books that when the child is like when the child is conceived, if the mother is looking at the colors which or the pictures which throughout the 9 months, so it impacts on the like color of child also. So generally it's preferred that the white wall should be there in front of the like you mentioned you have also somewhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've already mentioned in the book,
uh,
even in fact, before conception,
okay.
it is mentioned in Charaka Samhita that if the lady looks at the white cows, and then it's not the color,
Okay.
it's about the character.
Okay. Okay. So it's not about color, right? So,
No,
okay. Oh, thank you very much.
yeah, color may get affected by certain medication or some food that you're taking, but
Okay.
of course, with a healthy regimen and all, color is not the color. Whatever Krishna arranges, that will happen. In fact,
Hare
they
Krishna.
say that if you take milk with turmeric every day, the complexion of the child will be very good. They say I have not verified it, not found it, but this is a look heard say. Yeah, tell me, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. First of all, Prabhuji, thank you very much
Thank
because
you, Prabhu.
this kind of information is not available even in the social media. Prabhuji, you told about the 4 types of ghees, right?
Yeah,
Which we can make at home.
yeah.
So you told like it can be given up to 12 years. So my son is 1 year old. So I want to know whether it can be given to the mother or to the child itself.
No, no, child.
Any quantity or something, some information we can
Very
get?
little, very little. Just it is told that it is to be just child should just lick it little bit.
Like half.
You can add it in food little bit. When you feed the child, just a drop of it you add every day.
Can you please share exact quantity wise chart, or it will be some like you cannot
No, it's
give
a
me?
yeah, it's a the quantity is not mentioned in this shastra. For that, I may have to research. But in general, the general formulations how they prepare is Ghrita is a more quantity, and one root of each, Vacha
Okay.
or Kushta. hmm. Shanka Pushpi means few mushti, the leaves of with which you can hold it in your hand. So like this, you with simple quantity you prepare.
Okay. So we can expect like it won't any side effect have if
No, of
small
course,
in quantity.
no, of course it won't have. Of course, as I told you, should not anything which is given over will always have side effect. If you overdo it, means you give more ghee. That is not required. You just give one drop every day, little bit, very little, half a teaspoon in the food. But that will be very bitter. These medicines are very bitter. So just
Okay.
give one drop in the food.
No, like season wise intake is mentioned. Like in this ritu, this can be this ghee is good. Sometimes
No, no,
medicines are like that. Now in winter it should be given. Summer this should be given.
no, no. This is, in fact, vacha is to be given for the child even when they grow up. We give our child vacha every day. Vacha is given every day right from childhood for intelligence. So this is not dependent on this thing.
Okay, so mother can also be given as well. Uh, uh,
Mother, yes, mother also can be given, but especially the
this
child.
is okay. And
Mother
the mother.
after birth, mother should be given garden cress seeds. Garden cress is what is this? Alvi we call. That increases the milk production. Mother should take payasam every day, sweet rice or some sweet food every day. And there is a very strict regimen. Mother should go first 7 days they should eat certain rice. Second 7 days they should eat different rice. Third 7 days they should eat different rice. There is some very interesting medicine preparation. Not medicine, it's a preparation around 50 coconuts are milk is extracted from 50 coconuts and a lot of jaggery is put. This methi seeds are used,
Methi. Yes,
uh, and preparation is made. These details I can maybe put up on the website. It's a very interesting preparation and very useful for mother's health, and that reflects the milk, and child also becomes very healthy.
okay. Prabhuji, I request you to put all these things under one like subject or something related all together
Uh,
in your website.
yeah,
I have
yes.
gone through your website. Prabhuji, one more request is there: how to get all this information so that we can apply practically. Like sanskaras, I know, but I'm not
Mm,
able to perform at home. My son is on one
mm.
year old now. Most of the sanskars have gone because only very small content we get to know. Like only few words are written somewhere. How to
Where
perform
are you
practically?
from, Prabhu?
I'm from Haryana, Prabhuji.
Okay. So let's see if you follow the Facebook page, CT India. Then if
Okay,
we have
Prabhuji.
some session on samskaras, we'll announce, and then we can have these details. In detail, we can discuss this. I have
Means
specific.
details are available with you. So like
Yeah.
okay, 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 Prabhuji. And can I start like first few sanskars have already gone? We cannot do that. So is it worthy
The
to?
child is 1 year, right? So,
Yes,
seem
Prabhuji.
this Annaprashana you're not done. Jivika Pariksha you're not done.
No, Annaprashan I have done, but in our
Yeah.
way, like we cook the food and offer to the Lord, and
Yeah. Yeah. Fine.
that's it.
I mean,
Very
Jivika
ordinary.
Pariksha is one samskara you can do now also, but ideally it is after Annaprashana. Then before the first teeth, that is ninth month or ninth month before the teeth emerges, Karana Veda is to be done, piercing the ear.
Yes, Prabhuji. That I think we are not doing.
Male
Last
or female, both ears have to be pierced. So that's should be done, and even now you can do it anyway. Uh, so like this, after this there is Chuda Karma directly. So you have to wait for third year. Sorry.
okay, Prabhuji. So now I have left with Jivan Pariksha, and then after 3 years, Chudak Karma.
Yeah,
So Jivak Pariksha, can you share something, Prabhuji?
Jivika Pariksha if let's see if we can hold a samskara session, or I will have put it on the website. I have put in. It's there in my book, in Krishna Krida book.
I
You
think
can get the
due to
book.
lockdown, we can. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I will order online.
yeah.
After lockdown, I
You
think.
may go for e-book also if you want, or in Haryana. It's not available anywhere. I don't think so.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, I've
And then
given the details in the Krishna Krida book
okay,
already. Everything is there in Jivika Pariksha.
okay, okay. So Krishna
Yeah,
Krida book is having all the activities also for children.
yeah, yeah. It has all
Games.
the games that everything they should play and everything.
Okay, Prabhuji. Any YouTube video on this arts and
You
all games?
can games are not there, but there is Krishna Krida YouTube channel. You can
Nice.
just go through. It just has. We have a WhatsApp group of Krishna Krida where devotees share their activities of transcendental activities of their children, encourage each other, and a lot of discussions also happen. Hmm. Uh, I can well. Maybe I can put a link on. You have a this thing what you call Krishna Krida Facebook page also. Hmm? I will
Okay,
put an
Prabhuji.
invitation for WhatsApp group. Whoever wants to join, they can join there. Okay, who have kids,
Hare Krishna
and of
Prabhuji,
course,
Dandavat Pranam.
yes, Hari Bol, Hare
Uh,
Krishna.
Thank you,
Please
Prabhuji,
tell
for
your
enlightening
name
us.
and
My
from
name is
where. Yeah.
Ayant. I am from Assam.
Oh
Uh,
yes, Prabhu, please.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for enlightening us with so many wonderful points.
Thank you.
I have three questions
Yeah,
regarding determining the time and date. So
yeah,
my first question is regarding Chandrabala.
yeah.
So you have said like for checking Chandrabala, we should avoid the Ashtam Chandra. My question for this is if the husband's or Prabhu's Rashi and today's Rashi are same, should that be
Yeah.
considered or should that not be?
If it is nakshatra same, then it should not be considered.
Rashi is okay if Rashi is same.
Rashi is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then my second question is for checking the Tarabala. You have shown the three
Mm.
columns showing all the 27 nakshatras. So if
Mm.
the nakshatra of husband falls on the first column and
Mm.
today's nakshatra falls on the third column, so how
Mm.
do we count? Like we will go through from the
First is
husband's
Janmatara, second is Sampattara, third is Vipattara, like that.
the counting sequence. I mean, from the first,
Yeah.
if the nakshatra is
Wherever
on the
your Janma Nakshatra is, start the count from there.
okay. Just for example, if the nakshatra is Dhanishta and today's nakshatra, if the nakshatra is Bharani and
Mm.
today's nakshatra is Dhanishta, then
Yeah.
we'll be counting like from before Bharani if it's in your
What did you
chart which you
say?
have shown.
Can you repeat?
If it's Bharani,
If
like
your if
Prabhu's,
to, if your Janma Nakshatra is Bharani, okay,
and today's nakshatra is Dhanishta,
and today's Nakshatra is Dhanishta, okay.
then
So then
what
from
will,
there you count Bharani Nakshatra. That means that group is one. That is Janmatara, okay.
okay,
Okay. The next is Sampattara. Next group will become Sampattara for you. Huh? Third group will become Vipattara for you. And fourth group where Dhanishta is, that will become Kshematara for you.
okay, and the sequence will be in the
So
downward.
that means today you have Kshematara. Tarabala is
Okay,
Kshematara.
okay. And Prabhuji, the third question is like while giving the interference
Hmm.
in the chart which you have filled up, you have given
Inference. Yeah.
two different types of interference like good and okay.
Yeah.
So, so how do we determine whether it's good or whether it's okay? Not good is fine.
See,
We know we should
very
follow
good
instruction.
means all factors are Tithi Nakshatra and Chandrabala, Tarabala. If you have put yoga and then Vara also, then all factors are good. It's very good. If some one or two factors are not good, say Tarabala is not good, which can be compromised, then okay. Chandrabala is not good. Can you compromise? That is a big question. And especially Ashtami or some Tithi which is not to be done. and over and above Chandrabala is not good, or if Chandrabala is good but it is not good, especially if it is Amavasya, then definitely no. So it is not good. But if it is okay, if it is can be compromised and considered, then you write down okay or good, like that.
Okay. In the Tarabala column also you have mentioned as okay and good. So
Yeah,
how do we determine?
yeah, like if it is not Vadhatara, okay,
Mhm.
and if it is any, I've given in the website. You can go to the website, the article on determining Chandrabala and Tarabala. So there, I have mentioned if it is Sampattara, eh? If it is Sadhakatara, if it is Maitratara or Kshematara, these are very auspicious. If it is Vipattara, if it is Pratyaratara, Parama Maitratara, then they are not so auspicious. If it is Vadatara, then it is not at all auspicious.
Okay. And Prabhuji, in the end, like you have said yesterday, you'll be sharing some contact so that in future, if you have any doubts, we can ask you. So kindly share that also.
Yeah, that is possible. I can do that. What happens usually, of course, you can personally contact me. There's no problem at all. But most of the thing, first of all, I would like to tell everybody that you should prepare the chart yourself, no? And you take all the things I have given the details. You yourself work it out. You may ask whether this is fine, and then I may say yes or no. That is fine for me. Many times, what happens, devotees they ask me to prepare a chart, which is not at all possible for me. So now I'm not telling you, but in general. So yes, I will share my contact in the chat box. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Am I
Krishna.
audible?
Yes. Hare Krishna Prabodhanottanam. Thank you for the nice class.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, I had question on the Jata Karma. So nowadays, according to current delivery process, doing Jata Karma is not possible in many cases for parents. So you have any suggestion for that, Prabhu?
Yeah, just a minute before I answer. Chat has been disabled for some reason. Vrinda Mataji, can you just check? Many devotees might like to ask some question through chat. You can enable it. Okay. Regarding Jatakarma Samskara, see, Jatakarma actually is done as a mental sankalpa only. Hmm? The important part of Jatakarma Samskara. The second part of Jatakarma Samskara is called Medha Japa. That is to be done. But if you're not able to do because of the reasons, say you're in the hospital and they're not allowing you to do, or you don't feel, you don't have the ingredients or whatever, then you can do along with Namakarana Samskara, and the Sankalpa you have taken, that should be done during Namakarana Samskara. Now, what is that Jatakarma Samskara? As soon as a child is born, first thing is husband should take bath and go and because you should be clean before touching the child, right? So you should go take bath, come with a good clean cloth and good hands, clean hands, touch the child, see the child. So as soon as you see the child, that is called Bala Darshana. See the child, and there is a mantra called Medha Japa. eh? Hold the child and chant that mantra. There is one small, this vacha root I told. Vacha root is to be rubbed onto a sandstone we used for chandan making. So the sandstone it should be rubbed along with one small drop of ghee, and that should be just touched on the lip while chanting this mantra. It is not that you are putting the thing into the mouth. You are not doing it. Just touch the thing onto the lip, little bit on the mouth. What will happen when the child sucks the milk? That part also will go into the mouth as a medication. What happens? The child becomes very brilliant. This is what is told. So Medha, that is what is Medha Kriya. Medha means intelligence. So Medha Japa is also there. Krishna is the one who gives the intelligence. So Medha Japa and Medha, that medication. And after that, in fact, Vacha is also called as Medha. Anyway, so now After that, at that moment, you should make a sankalpa that I will donate cows, I will serve cows, I will feed Vaishnavas. You should meditate like this, that I'm doing this, I'm doing this service, and this is how I will celebrate the birth of the child. This is called sankalpa. After that, you hand over the child. Naturally, mother is recuperating after delivery. After that, the nurse will come and ask for the child for feeding. So you hand over the child back. After you come back from all the procedure, during Namakarana Samskara, you are supposed to carry out that sankalpa you have taken. So that is called as Jata Karma Samskara. If you are not able to do that Meda Japa and Meda that medication during that place, you should do it in Namakarana Samskara. That's all. Okay.
Hi, Krishna Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so
Yes.
much for this wonderful classes. Actually, my question is about the counting the pregnancy month. For
Yes.
performing the other samskars during
See
pregnancy,
your
how
name and sorry, your name from where?
my name is Parameshwari Radhadasha. I'm from Bangladesh.
Okay. Yes, Mataji,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. So I'm asking about the pregnancy month counting, how we can count this pregnancy month for performing the other samskars based on Vedic Shastras. Like actually modern science says that you can start counting your pregnancy month from the last menstrual cycle, first day of last
Yeah.
menstrual cycle. But
Yeah. Yeah.
how it should be counted in Vedic literature, as we are not pregnant by that time, the last menstrual cycle, but I don't know how they count from that. So
Yeah.
for performing the samskars like 3 month samskars, other samskars, how we can
Yeah.
count this?
Good question. Actually, there is no difference. This is the same thing. Say today is the Garbhadhana Sanskar you conceived today. Okay. And
Yeah,
next month,
yeah,
your cycle did not come. So that means that is the
yeah.
first month. So
Okay,
it is
so
the
we
same.
should count
There is no
from,
difference in the modern calculation or Garbhadhana Sanskar through the calculation. It works out the same.
okay. So we should count from the day of the samskar, from
You
that
can
day of
do that.
samskar.
You can do that. Or for simplicity's sake, it is the cycle stop. That means the cycle didn't appear. That means that is the first month is already over. Conception first month.
Already over. Already over. Thank you, Prabhu. So my another question is about the Payavrata you have mentioned. So in the during the Payavrata, is there any restriction about drinking milk? Like someone has to drink once a day, twice a day, or we can
No
just drink
restrictions.
whenever
No
we want?
no restriction. Actually, it is mentioned one glass a day, but as much as possible. So if you can do it with two glass of milk, then okay, no
Okay.
problem. Take 2 glass of milk. If you can't do it with 2 glass of milk, or you do it with sweet rice? Okay, please do it with
Yeah.
sweet rice like that.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So my other question is about the Rajaswala Vrata you mentioned. So it is said that the Rajaswala Vrata is specifically for someone wants to have being a baby boy. So if some devotee couple doesn't have the specific desire of male or female child, so do they can skip this Vrata?
Yeah, yeah. See, Rajaswala Vrata, whether male or female, uh,
Yeah,
even if a female is born, the child will be full of vigor
yeah,
and vitality.
okay,
Ultimately,
okay,
it's
okay.
Krishna's
So
desire. Whatever we may decide, we may like, but Krishna is a final who will decide whether the child is male or female.
okay, so my another question about the guru's blessing. You mentioned that if husband and wife has a different guru and different shiksha gurus, then whether it is required that both has to go their different gurus, or is this enough that husband just get the blessings from his guru?
No, it's just enough. If husband can approach his guru, that is enough. If it is not
That
possible,
is enough.
you are in more advantageous position. At least you can approach one guru at least.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So another question is about the folic acid you mentioned. So if someone already take the folic acid for 3 months and start produce the child, it does the samskar actually. So after so many months of performing samskar, is there no success? Then they should start taking the
Yeah,
folic
they should
acid again.
still continue taking folic
So,
acid. There's no harm,
so is
no side effect.
so is this okay to take the medicine more than 3 months? No problem.
No
You can take
problem.
it
There's
more
no
than
side
three
effect.
months.
In fact, it is all benefit.
No sir. All benefit. Okay, Professor, my one last question about the determining the time actually. So actually,
Yeah.
last day, yesterday you talked about the determining the samskar time. So practically, sometimes we had some struggle to match everything like tithis and
Yeah.
nakshatras. I just want to make sure if we can skip something. Well, of course, we will try our best to get the everything perfect, but nakshatras, tithis, and paravalas, everything else is okay. But if everything else is okay, but the day like Saturday and Sunday, which is not preferable,
Yeah.
can we
Yeah.
do? Everything
Yeah.
is okay, but
That's why I mentioned in the chart that I have given. I
yeah,
also put up that on the website. Please,
yeah,
the least weightages you can leave it. Go for at least the Tithi, Nakshatra,
yeah,
uh, Chandrabala, and Tarabala. Even in that, you
yeah,
can do away with Tarabala if the situation is not so favorable. You are not getting any dates. Then you can at least, but
yeah.
must is Tithi, Nakshatra, and Chandrabala.
These are the most priority. So the day, like someone says that you should not do it on Saturday, on Tuesday, Sunday. There's no
It can be
restriction
compromised.
about those.
Can be
It
compromised.
can be compromised. Okay, okay, it
Yeah.
can be compromised. Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank
Very
you.
well. So I'll take some questions on the chat box. What if wife gets sexual desires after samskara? Should the husband fulfill her desire? Uh, it is not good because the child will grow deformed, and the psychology of the child will get affected if the if any sexual intercourse is done after the pregnancy. So you should somehow pacify and somehow control yourself. Then because the child is more important and child should not become psychologically affected by this. According to Shastra, that will happen if the after this thing is there during Garbhini. Okay, then next question is Rajasula Vrata should maintain by unmarried Mataji? Yes, if you can. Before marriage, if they can do this, that will be very good because they have to be lean. The main purpose of Rajasula Vrata is to become lean. If they are already lean, then well, Rajaswala, traditionally, every woman who had to undergo Rajaswala Vrata actually. That's why they were isolated. They were not forcibly isolated. They, as part of Vrata, they used to isolate themselves and they used to take simple food. That is called as Rajaswala Vrata. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, your contact number is not visible. Okay. Because don't. Okay. This is my WhatsApp number also. Okay. Next question is. Uh, I am from Kolkata. I also wish to order hard copy of Garbhadhana Samskar. Okay, where is the question? I want more materials as I am going to join Grihastha Ashram very soon. All the best. You can order, yeah, you can order hard copy after this Corona lockdown. Instead of milk, is there any alternative? I am allergic to milk. Instead of milk, is there any alternative? I am allergic to milk. Oh, you mean the pregnant mother? Uh, you can dilute the milk actually with water, but still you are still allergic to it. Then see, allergic because of the type of milk that we may be taking. If it is from a what do you call cow which is eating natural, I mean naturally, and grass is fed, not artificially. The cow doesn't walk around. If such milk is there, then there will be reactions. So if it is from a natural, very good environment milk you are able to get, then you won't have that much problem. But if you still have allergy, you can dilute the milk and take. But if you still have problem, then I don't know. Then there is one more option. Few devotees are, especially one devotee in my very good friend also, Ghanshyam Prabhu. He's wonderful. He's doing a new product called uh, what is that? Powder, milk powder through Gir cow's milk, protected cows. So you can go for such if possible, if available for you. You can go for it. There is no other, maybe coconut milk, but what can replace milk? I don't know. Anyway, next question is, how is it practically possible during the time of Garbhadhana not to have sexual desire, as one may not have it before, but only during act. During act, one may get. Not, I didn't understand. How is it practically possible during the time of Garbhadhana not to have sexual desire? Okay, as one may not have it before, but only during act one may get. Uh, and not to have sexual desire. See, this is not the question of sexual desire. Uh, Sexual desire is you want to enjoy. That is one thing. And when you are performing it as a duty, hmm, the enjoyment part, just like prasadam, right? When you are cooking food for Jagannath, the consciousness is completely different, isn't it? You are cooking for Jagannath. You don't feel like eating it while cooking, nor feel like tasting it, nor feel like, nor you don't get what you call saliva in your mouth while seeing, because you are practiced and you are thinking that, practiced in the sense you are thinking of Jagannath. Now Jagannath I will make and Jagannath I will offer, right? So your whole consciousness is to feed Jagannath. So that's how Krishna consciousness means. By this example of prasadam, we offer a bhoga to the Lord without any consciousness of self enjoying it first, isn't it? When we offer it, especially those who, if you don't have such experience, you can personally cook for Jagannath once, twice, and feel that understanding. And you will we will naturally see that our mode of seeing bhoga is different. When we offer and then we take prasadam, the whole consciousness is different. So this is called as yajna. So similarly, here also, when you are doing this process, uh, it is natural that you need to be very vigorous. You need to be full of vitality. That doesn't mean your consciousness is hankering for something sexual desire, but your consciousness is full to serve the Lord by begetting a very good child. You see, that's just like prasadam when you're cooking bhoga. The same example holds good here. So you're not afflicted by, even though it is so-called sexual desire, but it's not like just like as I mentioned, prasada, bhoga, cooking. So similarly, here also your focus and consciousness is to beget a good child. That is a focus and serve the Lord. So in that mood, Krishna says, in that consciousness, Krishna is personally present in that sexual desire, and he will make it possible. Okay. Email address or any contact. I've given the phone number. Email address is, I will type it. Anyway, you can write to, okay, you can write to this. For CTE India, you can write there. For CTE India at gmail.com. Right. Okay, I think you can. Okay, what is the next question? You said after performing Garbhadhana Sanskar, husband should take bath, but you said wife should sleep. Is it necessary for? No, wife should not take bath. In fact, that is anti, uh, not good. So just sprinkle the water on the face of the Mataji. Not, she should not, need not take bath. In fact, it is told in Charaka Samhita that they are pure even after the sexual intercourse. Okay, you told Guru's permission should be taken only once. Is it for subsequent tries or is it for subsequent child? Also for samskaras are same for each child. Yeah, Garbhadhana samskar can be performed for each child. No need to take permission for every child. Uh, Once permission is enough, and uh, that is understood that Guru has given, go ahead and you meditate on that instruction whenever you conceive next time also. Okay, to maintain all the vrata, it will take more than 1 year, and you mention that age. No, that is wrong. You didn't understand it properly. To maintain all the vrata, it will not take 1 year. They can be done simultaneously. I told not that after Go Seva Vrata you will do this. After that you will do this. No, it can be done simultaneously, or any one vrata also you can do. You can do Ekadashi Vrata. You can after while doing Ekadashi Vrata you can do Goseva Vrata also. While doing Goseva Vrata, if Falguna Masa comes, you can do this also, right? Or you could take Goseva Vrata after that Falguna Masa comes, or first for Falguna Masa and then you do Goseva Vrata, right? So there's no, that is wrong to say that you'll take more than 1 year. You can do it simultaneously. At least any one of those Vratas you can do. Okay. Thank you very much for enlightening session. Okay. So I will take oral questions now if anybody wants to take. I'll just answer this. You mentioned that age 16 for managing our study we will pass. No, what is this? Thank you very much for enlightening session. Following things, I couldn't understand laghu ahar, not lahu ahar. Laghu ahar. Laghu ahar means light food. It is, I told, just rice gruel or rice and dal, moong dal. That is boiled together like khichdi. Okay, Pumsavana Vrata, khichdi without any vegetables. Pumsavana Vrata to start from which month? After the second month is completed, in the third month it is to be done. Okay, on the Pushya Nakshatra day. What worship of Shashti Devi and her role? No, it's not worship of Shashti Devi. You are just Shashti Devi is present there when you are putting kalash and inviting her. That's it. And then her role is very important. Uh, in fact, Prabhupada gave a name of one disciple, Mataji, as Shashti Devi Dasi. Shashti is servant of the Supreme Lord. She takes care of the child, actually, of any child. You know, she cares for the child, and she is very auspicious in not allowing the evil spirits to come out. So Shashti Devi is associate of the Lord, actually. Okay, getting on the bed on with the right head, not right head, right leg again. Okay. What do you mean by protected cow? Protected cow means any cow which is not sent to slaughterhouse after they milk the cow. Most of the cows end up in sending them to some other agent, another fellow farmer. Then he will finally end up in the slaughterhouse. So protected cow means you're sure that it will not end up in slaughterhouse. Means that it is protected for life. That is known as protected cow. Would you should not reveal Jata Janma Nakshatra name officially. Yes, you should not officially reveal the Nakshatra Nama, not Janma Nakshatra. Janma Nakshatra, you have to reveal in the temples. Why would you like to reveal anywhere else? Okay. Is it needed for wife to keep slept after Garbhadhana so that maybe can be get merged with Sunta without coming out? Anyway, whatever it is mentioned that the no need of wife getting up after Garbhadhana Sanskar, she should continue to sleep. That's all. To maintain all the vrata, it will take more than 1 year, and you mentioned the age is a fact to conceive. For managing our study, we are already past these ages. So what should we do in this situation? So what can I do? The modern situation is like this, which is not right. You should be intelligent to get married earlier. You should plan. Either you decide early and get married, or after so many years, if you then it is no use. So it's not good. You decide early. If you want to get married early, you should decide early and plan. Okay. Second, what are you going to do after all the education without a proper, good, healthy family? If you are planning for a family, career is secondary actually. Most important is you set up the family. If you are a Mataji, for Prabhu also they should be intelligent to get married early. Hmm? If they want to enter Grahasthashram, decide early, because it is the child that is matter, right? Child health is the matter, and the growth of the child and caring for the child, that is important. So you should have at least 2 children, not just one child. Okay, can you explain Vratas briefly? Oh, I already explained. Let's see if I get time. Piercing program at 6, 7, 8 months. Won't the baby get hurt? Not 6, 7, 8 months. It's the 8th month or 9th month. No, baby doesn't get hurt. Yeah, of course, baby will get hurt. Of course, the baby will cry. Even if I get the Karnaveda now, I will also get hurt, right? So there is pain, but there is a purpose for that samskara. Whenever I take this samskara session, maybe I can explain. Okay, now I can take questions by vocal.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for the book. It helped us a lot during our Garbhadhana Sanskar with our first child. So I have a question regarding the Churakaran. So it said that we have to do Churakaran at 3rd year. So what does 3rd year means? 3 year few months or 2 year few months?
2 year few months.
Okay. So 3rd year means 2 years. Okay. And another question, Prabhuji, you talked about some brain development for the child, which we should give for up to 12 years. So where can I find the information in your website or in other books?
If you go to cteindia.org, on the article CTE, okay, let me type that. cteindia.org, or chat is disabled. So you go to CT, okay.
Okay, Prabhu, I go to CTE.
1 minute. cteindia.org. There you go for, on the home page, you will see articles. That you will see one article on medication. I just put that article recent, just so you can just see that. You can read that. If you need any further, you can of course mail me or message me, then we can put further details to it.
Okay, thank you very much, Prabhu.
Welcome, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam. This is Indrajit from Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your session and your books. I have few questions. First one is regarding the shorts, Ira and Pingala sir. In your book, you have written and you also mentioned that if we want to change the short, that what I understand, I first need to explain you. What I understand is that first we should examine our short, what is prevailing at that moment, and then if I according to my desire, if I want to change it, then I should practice like that first 20 minutes. Okay, then what to do?
Not according to your desire. The swara should be for Garbhadhana Sanskar. It should be Pingala swara or Suryanadi.
Pingala. Okay. Yes.
That is right nostril.
Right nostril. Okay.
Yeah. If it is left, then you have to change. If it is right only, then no need to change.
Oh, okay, I understand. So if it is right, then it is okay, no need to change. And if it is left, then I need to practice like this. First 20 minutes, I should then, if it is left, then I should practice right for 20 minutes.
No, you didn't understand. If it is right for Garbhadhana Sanskar, the preferred, the prescribed nadi should be the right nadi, that is Surya nadi, right nostril.
Urinary.
The
Right nostril. Okay.
breath should be going on in the right nostril. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
If you have that already, then no need to do anything.
Okay. Okay. Understand then.
If you
If
don't
that.
have it and you have it on the left nostril,
Okay.
then
Then.
it is recommended that you sleep on the left side, whichever side the nadi, that is left side, right? So
Yes.
you sleep on the left side, uh,
Hmm.
that is the cheek to the bed, hmm? Left side.
Okay.
Then the nadi will automatically change after by within 20 minutes to the right side.
Oh, so I do not need to do anything. It will automatically change if I sleep at.
Krishna's creation is so wonderful.
Oh,
Automatic it
okay.
will
Okay.
happen.
Okay. I thought that I need to practice. Then it will.
No. Automatically
Okay.
it will change to right side, and now you are in
Okay.
the right this thing.
Okay. 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 So it is clear. I have a few other questions. Regarding the 15 prior to 15 days preparation, you have mentioned that we need to do some for the males, that is for the probus, we should do some uh, Shedon and Bohirgaman karmas. Um, uh, I need castor oil, yogurt, that is ghee, and sesame oil.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not getting sesame oil right now. So, is there any alternative? I got castor oil and ghee is available, but
Mhm.
regarding sesame oil, I'm not getting due to the lockdown in Bangladesh. So, is there any alternative or is there any suggestion from
Uh,
you?
for internal, yes, castor oil is required. Hmm?
Yes,
For
yes, yes,
external,
yes,
you can
yes,
go
yes.
for coconut oil also. Huh?
Uh,
Go for
coconut
coconut
oil.
oil also. Yeah.
Okay, if sesame oil is not available, then you can go for coconut
Best
oil.
is same oil. Best
Yes, yes,
is
yes.
same oil. Otherwise, you can
Yes,
go
I
for
know, but yes, it's not
yeah.
available. Then what to do? Okay, then the next question regarding the Rajaswala Vrata.
Yeah.
Yeah, in your book, we found that uh, Hovishanna with mang dal can be taken for the Matajis,
Yeah.
and in the other part, you mentioned that dal should be avoided. So
Yeah.
there is a confusion. So can they take all dals or only mang dals can be taken?
No, basic moong dal and tur dal is okay. Huh? The other dals,
Okay.
rajma dal and those dals should not be taken. They're very heavy for
What about
digestion.
anchor dal and jaspi dal? That is motor dal. Do you
They are
understand
also very
as
heavy for digestion and very highly nutritious actually. So
so they
better
should be
just
avoided?
go for moong dal. That's it.
Okay, okay, okay. Mung dal.
Just moong
Okay.
dal. Little bit, as I mentioned, little bit of moong dal and rice. It can be boiled together. Rice can be taken more, but moong dal very little and just boil it with rice.
Okay, then the Rajaswala Brata should be taken for until the Garbhadhana samskar or until the Garbhadhana is happened or for a specific period. You didn't mention in the book. Can you understand me,
Yeah,
Prabhu?
means yeah, understood. Say now this cycle started, right?
Yes, yes,
Today is a cycle, and
yes.
Rajaswala Vrata can be done. And after that, you are planning the date, and it can that is good. At least 3 months prior to Garbhadhana Sanskar, if the Mataji can follow Rajaswala Vrata for first for a 3 months, before 3 months,
Yes,
I mean, that
yes,
is
I
very good.
understand.
At least, yeah,
At least, and if 3 months have been passed, then still they can continue. That is, if they miss the chance, they say three chances have been missed, then they are going for the fourth one. Then still they should continue.
yes,
Can you understand? Okay,
yeah,
so they should continue it until the Garbhadhana happens.
yeah, they can, they should. It is good. It is not
Okay.
making them malnourished. Nutrition is there, But
Yes, yes,
only thing is they should become lean. If they're already very lean and very
yes, yes.
anemic and all,
Skinny or
better give them good nourishment and simple. Don't focus too much on the food wise, but they can rest. Most important is Rajas Palavrata also is they need rest. Actually, they need not work. They will be very disturbed mentally and they can't do. So the better they peacefully, rest a place.
okay. Regarding the weight, should we follow the BMI index? Weight is okay for the healthy. That is within 20 to 24, 25 BMI index is okay. As I'm talking about the height to weight ratio.
I didn't understand, Prabhu. Can you repeat?
Uh, uh, you know about body mass index ratio,
Okay. Okay.
BMI. That is the ratio of height and weight. Do you know? I
Okay.
think so. Should because how we can determine the weight is okay or not?
Oh, yeah, yeah. You use that scale. No problem. That is a good scale.
BMI. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
The standard. Okay, we
Yes.
can
Yes.
follow it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I have few other questions actually. I'm
Yeah.
taking few minutes. Okay. That's another thing. Okay. Regarding the sleeping on the ground for the Matajis, is
Yeah.
there any significance? Because this is not from my question actually. This is another devotee's question. I'm just forwarding.
Okay.
Is there any statistic significance so that they can be motivated? Because it's you know
During
significant.
Rajaswala Vrata, you mean?
Uh, Sleeping on the ground or sleeping on the floor.
No, you mean
Not
during Rajaswala Vrata or Pumsavana Vrata or during.
yes, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just
What
to
are the
follow.
things?
See, as much as possible, they can follow. It's not that they. If it is possible, then if it is not possible, then at least you use something more cushion. You know,
Okay.
some
Yes,
more
yes, yes.
cushion can be used, right? So importance is sleeping separately, hmm, and
Okay.
sleeping simple, right?
I have a supplementary question. Yes.
Yeah.
Sleeping sometimes if they both of them, that is husband and wife, are very strict and they can maintain the brahmacharya regarding by sleeping in the same bed, but is it
No, no,
still
no,
required?
no, no, not possible. It is like
Okay.
going and putting your mouth into the your head into the mouth of the, what is that,
Tiger.
magarmach
Tiger.
or tiger, and saying please don't eat me.
Okay.
Eh?
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. So this is the significance of being separated.
Yes. 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 And
And
sleeping on the
for
ground means husband also would not like to come, and nor the wife would like to invite.
okay, so separation in the main issue actually here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
being separated. So can the alternate can be done? The husband is sleeping on the bed or they're sleeping on the ground. Sometimes.
These are details you have to work out yourself. The things are given very clearly that brahmacharya and sleeping separate is important.
Okay, 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 okay. Got it. Okay, got it. Then
Okay.
okay, okay. I have few more questions if you can allow, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Regarding selection of the Purush Nakshatra,
Yeah.
uh, in your book it is mentioned that during the intercourse, if the semen is less, then there is if the shukra is less, then there will be a daughter. But if Purush Nakshatra is selected, then the daughter will be like a little bit manly.
Not manly. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
The characters will be more vigorous. It's not manly, I would say. It is
Oh, okay.
not
This
like
is
man like, but it will be more vital. It will be more, yeah, more full of vitality.
so it is not related to the outer complexion or outer appearance,
No,
or
no, no, no.
it is a kind of internal issue, internal
Yes,
behavioral
yes.
issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm, Then you mentioned another question, to say the name of Prajapati. So, how it can be said? Om Prajapati Vishnu, something like that.
I didn't understand your question.
In one place, you mentioned to take the name of Lord Prajapati.
Prajapati means Vishnu.
Yes, yes, Prajapati means Vishnu. So, can it be uttered like that? Om Prajapati Vishnu. Can it be
Yeah,
said
yeah,
like that?
yeah. You are
Okay, okay.
mentioning about Vishnu Yoni Sutta, right? Here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
during, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that is how it should be chanted.
Oh,
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Hare
This
Krishna.
is
Yes.
from Mumbai, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Dandavat.
That-
Prabhuji, if the cycle is not regular, then by taking allopathy medicine, can we do perform Garbhadhana samskara? Is it okay?
Yes. If it can correct this thing, then no problem. You can perform.
Possibly, it is, and then
Pardon?
it is by force, no? The allopathy medicine.
No, no. What medicine you are speaking about?
If the cycle is not regular, then they give some course of medicine that by then that time the cycle comes, and then is it okay by giving
See,
those medicine and
not
then
it is not that if cycle is not happening and then they give. That is, yes, that is by force. Hmm?
yeah, okay.
But they cannot, if they can do some correction to the cycle. Hmm? That means now the cycle starts, and then again, if it goes on the same situation, then it. So they have to have a correction course of correction. So by forcibly starting, if they can just start the cycle, but later again, if it resumes the unstable, cycle dates, then it is not therapy. So ideal is this Mehendi plant that is traditionally used. Even in traditional, in villages they use various herbs that Mataji's take and Rajas happens. So that is also the same philosophy. It happens by force in one way, hmm?
Okay, sir.
But there is a course correction also that is happening.
Okay. And another thing, Prabhuji, you mentioned about Brahmi and Ashwagandha Grita. These are available, or we have to make it at home? Or
Two things. One is, as I mentioned, that you can make it at home also.
Okay.
You can make it at home, but Brahmi Grita, if you there is just one the medicated ghee with Brahmi, right? That is called as Brahmi Grita. That is also available in the market. There are 2, 3 very good pharmacies. This Baidyanath is also there.
Okay.
Is there. So any one good pharmacy who do it with traditionally, you can go for their medication.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji. Thank
They're quite expensive. You can do it at home also. As I mentioned, there's different herbs there, and Brahmi is also there. You can do it at home also. You just have to boil the ghee with those herbs.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Pranam Prabhuji. I'm from
yes.
Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I have some few questions, confusion about those. I had a baby of only 35 days now.
Yeah.
So I cannot perform all the sanskaras you have told, but I will try to do from now on.
Yeah.
So I have a question about Annaprashan.
Annaprashan, yeah.
Is there any significance to do it any place where the Vaishnavas stays, or our Shiksha Gurus will stay, or it's a temple?
Nothing like that. If it is a temple, it is fine. At home also it can be done. Hmm? Many
Okay.
people, one Maharaj had asked me whether many disciples are asking to perform annaprashan for their children. Is it okay? But not really required for sannyasis to really perform it, or any brahmacharis to perform it, or even grahasthas. They themselves can perform at home and can invite devotees, no problem. If you can make them feed, and the guru is accepting, and there's no problem, but not really required. In fact, the husband should feed, wearing a golden ring and fresh new clothes. The child should be sitting on the lap of the mother, and husband should feed the child. This is the tradition,
Okay.
and according to Shastra. So no need, you can perform at home.
Okay.
That is
You
at the
said,
6 months.
yeah, the 6 months. These 6 months also be calculated like you said previously, 5 months
Yeah,
and few days.
yeah.
Okay. And for Karna Veda Sanskara, should we need to do it on the both years or only
Yes,
1 year?
yes. No, both years, for both male or female, both years.
Okay. And for Poshtik Karma,
Hmm.
when and how should we do it? Can you please explain more
Paushtikarma every
specifically?
year, every month, every year also. So every month on the nakshatra, birthday is performed, huh, of the child. Every month birthday is there on the nakshatra, born birth nakshatra, and every year also there is the same thing. So at that time, you this vacha that we use every day, vacha can be used in mother's milk. It has to be uh, the little bit what do you call, rubbed, and then that can be fed. Vacha, jaifal, and little badam. Hmm? Badam has to be also rubbed onto the stone. So all these three can be fed to the child little by little. So this is called as Paushtik Karma on the day of Janma Nakshatra. Okay. On that day also you do some Go Seva, that is called Ayurvardhapana. The Vaishnava Seva is done, and Ayurvardhapana means you pray for the increase, or pray for the long life of the child.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Some questions are there here. Can you please explain how the unmarried girls perform Rajasula Vrata? The same thing. Okay. There's no difference. Is ghee allowed during Rajasula Vrata? No. Ghee, milk, curd is not allowed. Okay. What are the factors responsible for producing homosexual children? How to avoid it? There are certain things, like eating meat, or having again sex during during pregnancy, or certain association. This can result in homosexual child. When child is not. That's why Pumsara Samskara and all is mentioned. Okay. Is one child okay, or we should have at least two children? Yes, two children is better. One child means it will grow very what do you call, unstable, doesn't have any sibling, means they don't have any experience of sharing, caring each other, and they grow together. So always, for psychological growth of the child, two is better, at least two. It is preferable if it is two. Okay. Yeah, somebody was about to ask a question. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'm Ashish from Jharkhand, Bokaro.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, my question was regarding the right time for marriage. So actually,
Yeah.
so devotees tell that so for 25 years, Prabhuji should follow Brahmachari Vrat,
Yes.
and then after that they should enter in marriage life.
Yes.
So and now you mentioned that for Mataji, 16 to 25 is a good age.
16 to 30. Yeah, 16 to 25 is very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, so what is the difference between the age of the couple means? Is it 10 years? Because Prabhuji will marry at 26, and
Okay.
according to proper, I'm just
No,
asking.
see, 10 years is okay, no problem. 10 years difference is fine. But there is no hard and fast rule that should be. But ideally, husband naturally will be of higher age than the wife. So it can be 10 years, it can be 12 years also, it can be less than that, it can be 2 years, 3 years also, but not less than 1 year ideally. It will not be good for their family life as well as you know for the consciousness. So better is and always the girl is better with a husband who is having higher age. That psychologically also it works out like that. So it is better for at least 1 year, 2 year gap minimum, and you can, yes, 10 years is also fine. Nowadays, what happens? The girls or the parents, they don't want a boy of a very high age. So those things are there. So they need some young boy who is of a younger age. That is also the reason because of what do you call, so many other social factors. So it is okay if it is 2 years, 3 years gap. At least it should be at least. But better is 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Most of them may not prefer above 6, 7, above 7, 8. They may not prefer at present. Anyway,
What?
yes. Some questions in the chat box. Can you please explain how the unmarried girls perform the Ritual? Oh, this is already, yeah. Okay, what is the question? Anybody was about? If no questions, then we can have some other interaction which Prabhu was telling. Rajeshwar Gaurang Prabhu.
That layer.
That is ice.
Okay. So I think Rajeshwar Gaurang Prabhu, there may not be any questions, or if there are, we can still take one or two, and then accordingly we can have other session or whatever you want to schedule it differently. Let me know.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have a question on behalf of a friend.
Yeah.
So they have been trying for a child for a few years now, but with no luck. So their doctor told that they have to increase the frequency. So definitely they are following the Vedic processes like once a month. So the doctor told that you have to try at least 3-4 days during the ovulation. Otherwise, this rate is way too low. I know that we should not, one devotee should not try more than once per night, but is it okay to try more than once a month, like 2 consecutive days, when all the planets are fine? So is it okay, or she's in a
Okay.
dilemma what to do?
No, it's not right. Second thing is also the Shukra Dhatu. So it is not possible for Shukra Dhatu to be in a good quantity. All these factors are there. And if the conception has happened, it is also not good for again to perform. So according to Shastra, once and then wait for next month.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. So just depend on Krishna and just try this way.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Prabhu,
Yeah, I think you have two speakers. You have to stop one speaker and listen. Or you can type your question. You can type your question. chat can be enabled and the devotee can type the question maybe.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Actually, in Bangladesh, 1%. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, is it audible now? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hello. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
So
Krishna.
you unmuted me also in the process. I could not unmute myself. You muted me also. Anyway, so yeah, can you all hear me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah,
Yes.
there was one devotee tried to question, but there was some issue.
Yes,
Anyway,
Prabhu.
the question is, what should be done as soon as child is born? Since these days most of the deliveries are C-section, what can be done to a child and the mother after the birth of child? These days most of the deliveries are C-section, may or may not be whatever it is. Jata karma samskara is to be performed. So we may have some other session on Jata karma, I mean other samskaras. But I have already explained Jata karma to other devotees. The same thing should be done. Okay. I have only one child and is 6.5 years old. Is too late to get second child? No, you can still try. But ideal gap is at least not more than, I mean, not less than 2 years. One child at least should have mother's milk exclusively for 2 years. Then second child you should plan. Okay. According to astrology, if someone is afflicted by Mangal dosha, she or she should not get married between 25 to 29. And what will be the solution if anyone wants to get married at early age? No, I don't think 25 to 29 they should not get if they are afflicted. If they have equally the match of another match which is also having who is also having Mangal dosha, similarly, then their match is possible. Of course, Mangal dosha. There are other ways also. Mangal dosha is there. Some other solutions are also there. Not that they cannot get married before that. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hear me? Prabhu, I think we can conclude the session now because it's already
Yeah.
too late.
These two questions are there.
Yes,
If
Prabhu.
father's birth nakshatra is not well known from father's birth, then how should we determine now? We should go for Prashna Shastra. Then from that day you have to calculate the nakshatra, or there is no other way. Prashna Shastra you should go for. Okay, before conception, the Surinadi should be active for both male or female? No, only for male. Can you explain safe delivery samskara again? You can listen to the recording when we release it. Before conception, the Surinadi should be active for both? No, only for male. Okay, we can conclude, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Prabhu, thank you very much for your wonderful session. You have enlightened us by giving a vast amount of spiritual wisdom on Garbhadhana Sanskar. Thank you very much. And we got so many appreciation from the devotees here in Bangladesh, from outside the world, outside Bangladesh. So I'd like to introduce some devotees who made a huge effort to translate your book, Garbhadhana Samskara, in Bengali. I'd like to mention the names first. First of all, actually, Murtiman Madhav Das, he's a brahmachari, so he collected the book from India. And
Correct.
later on, Chinmodham Prabhu, Chinmodham Das. So actually, he made the effort. He pushed the devotees to translate the book, and encouraged the devotees, and he explained the significance of the books. Actually, he gave the inspiration to all. So
Oh,
I'd like to
great.
invite Chinmodham Prabhu. Yes, so maybe he's here. So he is speaking in Bengali, so I'll translate to you, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
চিন্মধাম প্রভু আপনি কিছু প্রভু শুনছেন, আপনি বলতে পারেন প্রভু।
হরে কৃষ্ণ প্রভু।
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
প্রভু, আমার একটা প্রশ্ন, যে সৎক্রিয়াসার দীপিকায় যে বিষ্ণুজনী সূক্ত মন্ত্রে ওখানে অচ্যুতরূপাণী দেওয়া আছে, কিন্তু আপনার গ্রন্থে বিষ্ণুজনী সূক্ত মন্ত্রে 10টা রূপাণী দেওয়া আছে। এর পার্থক্য কেন এবং আমরা কোনটা উচ্চারণ করব?
उसमें कौन सा सत्क्रिय साधीपा में क्या है डिफरेंस?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
What is the difference? What mantra is told there? You said some differences there, no?
Vishnujoni Shukta, bro.
No, I know, but Prabhu asked me some specific in that there is some difference. What is the difference? Prabhu said something. Can you repeat the question?
ও বিষ্ণুজনী সূক্তে গোপাল ভট্ট গোস্বামী সৎক্রিয়াসার দীপিকায় সেখানে অচ্যুতরূপাণী।
অচ্যুতরূপাণী, ওকে।
কিন্তু আপনার গ্রন্থে 10টা রূপাণী।
Oh, I will check. I have used Satkriya Sari Deepika only, but the version I have to check. So I will check this once again.
Yeah.
Okay. I will maybe I will reply, but I will check this and confirm it. Yes. To Rajeshwar Goring Prabhu, I will message him.
Okay, Prabhu, no problem.
You can just remind me, Prabhu, this question.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay. Yeah. Prabhu, Chinmay Prabhu, আর কিছু বলবেন প্রভু?
হ্যাঁ, শহরে গোসেবা খুব দুর্লভ, এক্ষেত্রে বিকল্প কোনো উপায় যদি বলা হয় ভালো হয়।
Prabhu, is there any alternative way to serve Gomata? Because in town it is not available. It's not. I mean, devotees are not getting opportunity to perform the seva. So in this case, is there an alternative way to serve Gomata?
What is alternative? Means like what alternative? Serving Gomata means serving Gomata, or somebody who is serving Gomata, you should assist them. You should donate to them something. But your personal association is always very good. At least you should go personally at least once, serve the cow. Without association, how is it possible? So at least once there is a requirement. They must mold their life in such a way. They must have association of cow. In fact, every day. But if not possible, at least once in a month. At least for this purpose, they should be able to. If not possible, what we can do, they should at least serve those who are, or help them those who are serving.
Yes.
And they must also have some association.
Yes.
That way.
আর কিছু বলবেন? Yes.
তো এখানে ষষ্ঠী মাতার জন্য একটা তাম্র কলস স্থাপন করতে বলা হয়েছে, কিন্তু সেটি কাল প্রকাশিকার নির্দেশনা অনুসারে স্থাপন করতে বলা হয়েছে, কিন্তু সেই কাল প্রকাশিকার নির্দেশনাটা কি?
Okay, so Prabhu, he was asking that there's a system to put tamra pollo. I mean, what is it called?
Tamra kolos.
Oh, bronze jar.
For Shashti Mata.
Yeah, for Shashti Mata. So in this case, Kal, he's mentioning one book, Kal.
Yeah.
So according to that book, so what is the system actually? I mean, is there any? Prabhu, etai bolchen na Kal pade?
Yes.
Yeah,
any system. Any system is there.
Yes, Prabhu.
Any system means how to establish the kalash like that.
Yes.
Uh, Generally, there is not much involved. Just you have to, of course, you have to. If you can chant, just chant Hare Krishna mantra and invite Shashti Devi into the in the kalash as form of Shashti Devi. Put the coconut and put the kumkum and this thing. What do you call turmeric and mango leaves there and invite Shashti Devi. That's all.
Any puja?
No, I mean no specific puja, but you're inviting and you're doing the puja to the Lord.
Okay.
তো আর কোনো কোশ্চেন আছে?
Yes. যে বিশেষ করে গ্রন্থে ওখানে বহু ব্রত সম্পর্কে বলা হয়েছে যে মানে ব্রত এনি ব্রত ব্র্যাকেটে ফাস্টিং, তো ওই সময় স্ত্রী সঙ্গ নিষিদ্ধ বলা হয়েছে। তো এখানে অন এনি ব্রত এটার মিনিংটা কি বোঝাতে চাচ্ছে?
Yes, Prabhu, in your book it's mentioned that for any brata, I mean during any brata, I mean in bracket is written that fasting. So in this case, I mean Garbhadhana is possible or not? He was asking. So what does it mean that fasting is written fasting and for any brata? Yes, Prabhu.
No, Vrata means like Ekadashi if it is there.
Oh. Yes, Prabhu.
Then on that day, Garbhadhan better, of course, we will not plan because we are fasting. Or if some festival day is there, of course, we are not planning on that day because we are fasting.
Yes, Prabhu.
ও আচ্ছা, ওকে। তো কোন সমন ব্রত সেটা কি একদিনের জন্য করা যাবে?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
যজ্ঞ না করলে কি হবে?
Yes, Sankirtan Yajna.
ওকে। জন্মাষ্টমী ব্রতে সেখানে দেবকী বসুদেব এবং দ্বারপালের মূর্তি বানানোর কথা বলা হয়েছে। সেটার পরিবর্তে কি চিত্রপট দিয়ে করা যাবে?
Chitra, I have not, but you can have toys, small toys. Chitra will better toys. Chitra is too gross. Better toys.
ওকে। আচ্ছা, অবিবাহিতা নারীরা বিবাহ না হওয়া পর্যন্ত কি রজস্বলা ব্রত করতে পারবে?
করতে পারবে।
ওকে, আচ্ছা। তো রজস্বলা ব্রত যেখানে 3 মাস করতে বলা হয়েছে, অ্যাটলিস্ট 3 মান্থ রজস্বলা ব্রত। তো এভরি মান্থ 3 days টেকিং হবিষণ্য, রেস্ট ডে মানে অবশিষ্ট দিনগুলোতে শুধুমাত্র তেল বর্জন করলেই হবে।
I didn't understand.
I mean, rest of the days, oil should be prohibited, right? I mean, oil should be avoided. Oil taking.
Other days also, yes. Yeah, better avoid fried items and oily.
Only 3 days হবিষণ্য।
Yes, only 3 or 4 days.
হবিষণ্য। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। তো এখানে অধিকাংশই তেল ছাড়া সবজি খেতে একটা অরুচি হয়, এক্ষেত্রে কোনো বিকল্প উপায়?
You can give basic seasoning. Chanch you can do, but not like very oily. In Bengal, they put lot of oil. Of course, not oily food. Not too oily. Very little.
আচ্ছা, যাদের ওজন ঠিক আছে তারা কি অয়েলি ফুড খেতে পারবে?
I didn't understand.
I mean those sorry Prabhu, একটু রিপিট করবেন?
মানে যাদের ওজন ঠিক আছে, হাইট অনুসারে যাদের ওজন ঠিক আছে, তারা কি ঘি বা এরকম চর্বি জাতীয় আহার খেতে পারবে?
Prabhu, I mean the devotees who has I mean balanced weight, so